Hi everyone, I'm Nicole Hemrick and I'm the founder and managing partner at Hemrick O'Malley, PLLC. I want to talk to you about steps you can take if you have children in the United States, but you are undocumented. A reality of today is that ICE is more aggressive, deportations are amping up, but there are things you could do to prepare your family in the event of a removal or detention to prevent them from being placed in any kind of foster care detention or being improperly deported. First, you should have a family safety plan. This would ensure that your children know exactly where to go and who to contact if you can't care for them. You should pick a few trusted adults, preferably these adults would have lawful status in the United States, who agree to care for your children in the event of an emergency. You should write down the names, telephone numbers, and addresses of these people so that your children can easily find them. You should also talk to your children about what to do if you don't come home and to practice what the plan would be. You should also gather important documents. Having these papers ready to go would speed up with help in school, medical care, providing for your children's identity documents. If your child has legal status, carrying proof can prevent wrongful detention or deportation of your child by immigration officers. So for each child, you should collect birth certificates, passports, social security cards, assuming that they have them. Proof of any legal status, such as, of course, a U.S. birth certificate would prove that, but green cards, U.S. passports, certificates of citizenship, if applicable. Also, any school or medical records, things like report cards, proof they're vaccinated, any prescriptions they have, doctors' names and notes, if there's any medical condition that somebody might need to be aware of. In that same vein, if there are any special medical needs, you would want to write down the instructions, like, does the child have any allergies? What are the medications that they have to take? What's the frequency? So that any caretakers will have this information to ensure your child's health and safety if you cannot care for them. Keep all of these originals and this information in a set, safe spot. Share copies of this with the caretakers that you have chosen and who have agreed to care for your children in the event of such an emergency. And also maybe store a backup, put it on the cloud, put it in email, have a USB, something like that. So you have multiple copies of this information. There are also things you could do from a legal perspective. You would want to give the caregiver legal authority to make decisions for your child if you are unable to do so. Of course, every state has its own rules, so you'll want to speak with an attorney in your state to create a limited power of attorney to care for your child's daily needs and activities, school drop-offs, doctor appointments. Usually these need to be notarized to make them official, legally binding, and sometimes you want to do it for a specific duration with the ability to renew. You may also want to set up guardianship. Again, different states have different rules about this. This is a formal court-ordered arrangement that enables the guardian to make important decisions for your child, including medical procedures and long-term educational plans. This might take more time and involve extra court fees, but it does provide a stronger legal protection for circumstances when you will be absent for an extended period. Perhaps you don't want to do this unless and until such an event takes place where you can no longer take care for your child so that you are not giving up your own authority over the child. You'll also want the caregiver's authorization affidavit. This is a simple form used in some states. They may or may not require court approval, and it would let a caregiver enroll a child in school or consent to basic medical care. Of course, state laws can vary, so depending on where you are, be sure to speak to an attorney about the local requirements. Healthcare directives. If your child does have special medical needs or you have specific treatment preferences, this is a directive that lets your caregiver authorize necessary procedures if you are not available. It's also called a healthcare proxy sometimes. You want to have the communication and emergency contacts set up. This would provide for quick contact information that helps everyone respond calmly and effectively. You should Teach your children important phone numbers, the two caregivers that you've selected and have agreed to help you, relative, a close friend. Let the trusted people know where all the documents that you've collected are and how to reach your child's school or physician if needed. Also notify the school and healthcare providers if someone else will be handling your child's needs. If you have older kids, maybe they can memorize your alien registration number, assuming that you have one, and your lawyer's number. Additionally, you can keep the phone number for your country's consulate handy if this is relevant. You'll also want to make financial arrangements. This will ensure your children have financial support if you are suddenly absent. Give a trusted person limited access to your bank account, joint account, or through the power of attorney that we discussed. Keep cash at home for emergencies, whether that's for food, medicine, urgent needs. Plan for potential legal fees, such as bond or bail, if you might be detained. All of this is very important because if you don't have these things in place, CPS, that's Child Protective Services, might come in to try to place your child in foster care. This will happen if there's no evidence that there's a reliable caregiver or if there are safety concerns for the child. This is why having this clear plan in place and all the paperwork set aside in a place where people can locate them, including in the hands of those who are meant to be your child's caregivers in such an event, is so important because it will prevent a situation where your child is incorrectly placed into a foster care system. I hope you have found this information helpful. We at Hemrick O'Malley PLLC are here to help and support you. If you have questions about this or any other immigration matter, call us at 833-848-7838 or check us out online at www.hemrick.law.